today. Seems hour ahead, which I love. Staten Island, yeah, viewers will experience more choppy. The whole time didn't have this problem. Oh man, when is it gonna stop doing that? It's not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. I don't know, guys. I don't know what's going on. I tested this whole thing before I started. Problems. Uh, Here I know you guys are like, oh, I mean, fix that. See if I can. How's that? Though that's definitely choppy. It's definitely choppy. I'm gonna stop here for my software. Give me one second. Okay. Ever heard of the Wago lever nuts? I've been using those for a while. I replace the twist on wire nuts with the Wago lever nuts when I replace any light fixtures. Highly recommend. Yes, I have used lever nuts. Well, that's a lot better. There we go. Um, I have used those, Jason, and they're really good. They're really good. But what we've been using here in New York, we use the push-on um, Wago nuts. So the push-on was basically just you can whatever ports you can get. You can get a 4-port, 3-port, 2-port. You can get a five. I think there's a 5 or 6 port, and they are very much easy. We just push, connect, done. Tuck them back into the box, done. I like using those, but a lot of in commercial I've seen a few. We've used a few in commercial. My company I work for, we started using those, but very rarely. But the problem with those is that when they first came out with them, they would overheat the the little connector and start to melt the plastic. Um, there was a big, huge, conductor rating issue on those wire or those type of wire nuts, and I guess they improved it later on. But inspectors don't still aren't used to seeing those in boxes here in New York City. I've noticed one or two inspectors I've seen that I've you know been side to side with inspecting electrical panels in boxes, splice boxes. They see it and they're like, well, I don't approve of that. I change these to the regular basic wire nuts. They don't like those push-on connector ones because of the issues in the past. And I think what it is that they're still afraid that the wires being live might still cause an excessive amount of heat to cause those connectors to melt and start to arc in the boxes. But I haven't seen that happen except for the older models. The newer ones they came out with now, which are now rated for size of what type of wires and how many you can put into the connector, and then they have the green push on connectors for ground, which I those are things are awesome. Basically, you just plug them in and they have an opposite port for the one wire to bond to the box, to a metal box, which is really handy instead of the twist on green wire nut with the little hole on top to, bring out your bonding wire or your equipment ground, which is which was convenient at the time for ground wires when we started grounding devices and stuff into boxes and bond them to the box. Um, but yeah, they have those as well now. But we can use them. It's just here in New York, the inspectors here in New York don't really like seeing them. Not a lot of inspectors like to see them. Oh, I guess they still have that fear, but they're really good. They're pretty good. The Wago and the Wago lever nuts are really good, and the Wago push on connectors are good too. So I like using them, and I feel they are a space saver in a box too because you don't have the circumference or the diameter taking up all the space for pushing in your wires. It's kind of more flat and just like sits in there into the back of the box along with your wires as you push them in. So it's pretty cool. But anyways, guys, thanks for showing up, most of you guys. I really appreciate that. I should be sending in. Oh, we're gonna have a little issue here again. Seconds or less. Currently keyframes. Oh no, what happened? I was good. Now I'm bad. What's going on here? Hmm. Let's see. Let me just take a look at this, guys. Please use keyframe frequency for 4 seconds or less. Which causes buffering. The current keyframe frequency is 5.3 seconds. Huh. Group of pictures and sizes. That is odd. Yep, there we go. We're having some more technical difficulties for no reason at all. I don't know. Can you guys still see me? Yo, Bill Allen. What's going on, Bill Allen? I'm seeing you show up on the chat on my phone, but I don't. There you go. There you are. Is it a bit choppy? Is it blurry, guys? Can you see? Can you guys see me, hear me? Just let me know in the chat. Because I'm getting a poor connection error feed. But from my phone, I can see from my phone it's like pretty smooth. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. So tell me, guys, what's going on? What's new? What's out there in the construction industry that you guys have come across? Have you guys come across anything interesting, anything challenging, anything easy? Maybe something you guys learned so far in the field that you haven't in like, I don't know, 10, 12 years from years ago. I like your videos. Video is good here. Oh, thanks, Bill Allen. Yeah, my stream status is poor. It is slightly choppy on my phone, but and from my laptop it seems fine. I don't understand why it's showing that. It could just mean that I don't know. Maybe I have good connection. It's just poor latency. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe that'll go away. It'll probably go away eventually. But it looks good. So yeah, thank you for that. Hey, Bill Allen, if you like the videos, do me a favor, man. Smash the like button on the videos and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe and tap the bell notification. You want to get notified for future videos, because even though I haven't been doing my tour review, I haven't come up with any tour review videos as yet, but I will. It's just that I got going on right now. Work has been a bit challenging at some points. But Amos Cardoza, he's here. What's up, Amos? I've been good, Amos. Thanks for asking, buddy. Thank you for asking. Oh, by the way, Jason Billis says, oh, by the way, the insulated Klein screwdriver set got from the UK I posted on IG are great. You should get a set. It's cheaper than Klein set sold here in the States. Really? Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. So, let's see here. Really? You know they can't see you now, right? I'm sorry, guys. It's my fiance. She's hilarious. See, normally I'll have the camera focused towards, well, on my left this way, towards the window and everything. So I decided to set it up like this because I didn't really want to move all the stuff that I have already set up here. So she's like trying to avoid being on camera, so she's like crawling across the floor. You're hilarious. You're good. You're good. They can't see you. They can't. You're out of frame. All they can see is up to the calendar. So you're good, man. You can do whatever over here you want to do. I've been good, just trying to get the yard and garden ready. Nice. Jason Babila, yes, I did see it on Instagram, on your Instagram. Dude, that's awesome. I like that set. And thanks for the heads up on the price. I'm gonna check it out. If you want, you can send me a link on Instagram, on IG, dude. Send me a link. I'll check it out. And because I just got the one that I purchased a while, the single, dual, um, flathead combo, Phillips screwdriver, insulated screwdriver. It disappeared the first day I used it on the job site. Like someone snatched it, and I have an idea who it was, but he doesn't work for the company anymore, so that's long gone. Um, I lent it to him because he needed to get into a live panel to disconnect something. Never gave it back. Even when I asked, he was like denying that he ever had it. So yeah, we didn't get along, and then I was like really pissed off about it. But yeah, those screwdrivers are expensive here in the states, and I can see that in the UK it could be a lot cheaper. Yeah, that's cool, man. Thanks a lot for that. I really appreciate it. Amos, how you doing, brother? Everybody saying what's up. Listen, if you guys want my attention, you have a question to ask, or you want to say, you want to say something to me that you found out, maybe something like you want to give me a heads up on. Remember, just type at Klein Guy John. I can type it in for you right now, so that way you guys can get an idea. For those of you who are new to the channel, you type it like this: at Klein Guy John. It should highlight orange. That will get my attention, and I will read what you have to say. Okay. 1 second. Your green bag. Okay. Oh, baby girl, come here. Here you go. There you go, baby. All right. Ah, baby girl. Oh, dog is all over. Perkins. Yo, Philip Perkins is here. What's up, Philip Perkins? Philippe? Philippe is here. Awesome, dude. Yes, I am. Studio good so far. Are you still adjusting? Uh, okay, so yeah, everybody's saying what's up. Now, there are some important things that actually I want to really come up with tonight on the subject of health. We do have the widespread of the coronavirus, or the convid, whatever virus it's called. I think it's convid or COVID-19. Yeah, COVID-19. Sorry, COVID-19. Um, any crazy jobs lately? Not as yet, Amos Cardoza, but I'll let you know. I'll let everybody know on Instagram. So yeah, we are in pretty much high alert here in New York City, even though most of the people who have been infected with the COVID 19 or coronavirus, it's not here in Manhattan, but they were people who is it okay? There's a few cases in Manhattan. In Westchester, there's 82 individuals who have it. They've been quarantined. So it's been really like we've been on our toes. I have been on my toes about it. So I tend to take public transportation. I take a express bus to Manhattan, get off downtown to take a train. And trains are most likely in NYC are the most likely places to catch like germs because of handrails and the seats and what have you. So I have been avoiding touching handrails no matter what. Even Uber, yeah, even Uber, they have been people coming out with cases of. Oh, there's only one case. So that's good enough for my fiance. She says there's only one case where a person had gotten it possibly from an Uber driver. So or Uber ride or something like that. Oh, the person gave it to the Uber driver. Whoa. Okay. So the person gave it to the Uber driver, which is kind of crazy. Um, it is crazy actually. So that's those of you guys who live like in other states, just pay attention to the news. Make sure it hasn't spread entirely across the United States as yet, only in certain parts. But it has hit New York now, so we're really on our toes. And okay, I'll see you later. It's we've been on our toes ever since, and I've had already one guy on the job get sick. Um, but my job, the company I work for, had sent out emails to everybody, but not everybody got the email. I did. Fortunately, I did, and I shared it with the guys on the job site. I said, "Listen, they don't want us coming into work. If we're feeling cold, if we feel like we're sick, we're coming down with something, stay home. It's really, we're really like trying to be very careful now because that virus has killed many people. It's taken so many lives. So we don't want it to spread out as it did in China or in Italy because now Italy's totally shut down, guys. Um, we have to be on our toes no matter what. Even if it hasn't hit your state as yet, don't take a chance. You know what I'm saying? Don't take any chances. Um, like they said, wash your hands for 20 seconds, back and front. Have hand sanitizer handy. And if you have to wear a mask and you're in a place where there's a big, huge crowd and, there are people coughing and breathing all over you, wear a mask if you have to. All right. So, but I've been very lucky so far and hoping I'm just crossing my fingers and not hoping that I don't come up with this thing. But my immune system's, I mean, I've had, like they said, it comes out as a fever to a flu, or sometimes a flu to a fever, whatever. It comes out as a flu. That's the symptoms. You get flu symptom like, um, I'm sorry, what was that? I think we are up to 9 coronaviruses related deaths here in Western Washington, but they are senior citizens that were in a care home. Yes, I did hear about that. That is pretty sad. It's really sad. But unfortunately, it's targeting mostly people with um, a weak immune system and the elderly. So, but those who have a strong immune system, now I could say I have a strong immune system. I mean, I've survived like 4 flus. Two were back, like 2 of the flus I had in 1 year back to back. So it's not easy recovering a flu. It's pretty damn hard. But I've had it 4 times in my life. Um, Actually, I'm sorry. I take that back. I just had it 5 times. I had the flu 5 times. Hoping there's not a 6th one coming up. So I'm feeling just better. Much better than I was a couple months ago, actually, or so. Actually, no, I did have. What am I saying? I did have it. I did have it, and but luckily I got like the quickest thing I had to do was just popping a bear aspirin, get some what I did was I poured I made myself a green tea with garlic, like diced up garlic, sprinkle a little bit in there, and then you're good. Just take it. You're fine. I take like 2 cups. I've been taking 2 cups per day, so it's been all right. It's been all right. So I'm ready to work tomorrow. Actually, I had a few symptoms of it, but I got rid of it quickly over the weekend. So thank goodness for that. I was gonna tell my fiance that Friday, do not come over, but I figured, you know what? Let me get rid of this now. She didn't come over Friday, thank goodness, because she had been with hanging out with like a friend, or I think she was just too tired to go to work. Oh, I'm sorry, no, she had to go to work yesterday, Saturday. So lucky for me, I had time to recover, and I recovered pretty quick, thank goodness. I did have some flu. Like I said, my joints were killing me. My head was hurting. It was like pounding. I had to text my foreman and say, "Dude, you gave me the flu," and I was like kind of like joking with him. Um, but other than that, like I'm fine now. So I feel much better. Thank goodness. So um, I thought that was the case because I was like, "There's no way," because just I haven't been close to people, but then again, I'm sitting in a bus, I'm sitting on a train, I can get it on my clothes, I can be touching it, so but I have alcohol wipes. I would like anything anytime I touch or try to eat something or purchase anything, I immediately start cleaning my hands and using sanitizer, everything. It's just you just don't want to get it, you know. Let's see. Coleman says, "Klein guy, get yourself some rubber gloves and some wipes." Actually, you're right on point there, Kona. Kona Studio, you're right on point. My old man who works at Kings County Hospital in Brooklyn, I just saw him right before I came home, a few minutes before the live stream. I was coming back from the supermarket, and I ran across, came. He was walking up the block on his way to the laundromat. I was coming down to the house, and we were talking. And I came home and I saw a box of rubber gloves, of vinyl gloves. So my fiance was like, "Yeah, he came by. He dropped off the gloves like I asked." I'm like, "Oh, awesome, great! Now I could take some to work." So yeah, we got masks, we got gloves, we got sanitizer. So we're good. We're really good. My fiance works with little children. She works with small kids at elementary school. So elementary schools are more prone because it's a group of people, a group of children in a room where spread of germs is just, it's just easy to spread germs. And a lot of the parents don't tend to keep their kids at home if they're sick. They want them just like drop off because I get it. The parents got bills to pay. They want to, bring home the bacon and stuff. But I mean, your kid's sick. Like, don't bring them. Don't send them off to school to get other kids sick. You know what I'm saying? And then when you get those kids sick and the parents don't want them to be home, you're gonna get the teacher sick and then staff sick, and then it just keeps going and going and going. So word to the wise, here in New York City, parents, I'm just saying, look what happened. We have the coronavirus here now. Before you're sending your kids to school sick, and not only are the kids around them getting sick, my fiance who works with children is also getting sick, and then passing it to me, and then I miss a day at work. We both miss a day at work. So parents, do me a favor. You have kids, they're sick, they look sick, they're not feeling well. Check on them, check their temperature, whatever. If their fever's up or what have you, or if they're not, if they look showing symptoms of being sick, a cold, of a flu, or something like that, take them to a doctor or keep them home. Stay with them at home. Just don't take a chance. Do not take a chance. Okay. All right. So, let's see. So some rules and wipes. We have one confirmed case and 4 to 5 quarantine in Massachusetts. Yes, Amos, I've heard of that too. It's all over, dude. It's gonna spread probably more so into the Midwest or the central area U.S. So those of you who live like in the central area part of the USA, prepare yourselves, guys. This thing. I mean, it spreads. It spreads. So be on alert. Be on your toes. Don't take any chances. Don't shake hands with others. Even though you say, "Oh well, I got a strong immune system." We don't know for certain if this virus is truly pinpointing people, the elderly, and people with weak immune systems. You can have a strong immune system and still probably get the coronavirus for all we know. You know what I'm saying? There have been diseases like Ebola and stuff like that, like, the common flu. You can just say, "Well, I never got the flu," in like never, and then one day you just get it because you think like, "Oh, well, I have a strong immune system, and I eat a lot, I eat healthy foods," and it doesn't really matter. It will get you. Viruses do not discriminate as much as electricity or freaking fires and stuff. They don't discriminate. They will get you. They will hurt you. They will make you sick or get you killed. They don't care. Like, it's not. It's like saying, "Well, bullets don't kill people. Guns don't kill people. People kill people." Well, guns do kill people too. Because bullets don't discriminate. They'll kill the person that they're going for. That the person shoots the gun, the bullet will go to that direction. It's not going to stop and say, "Well, you're a strong dude. let me go this way and just ricochet somewhere else. No, it's gonna hit you. So I'm just tired of hearing all that mumbo jumbo crap where like, oh, well, it's not gonna happen to me because I'm this and that, and you're not special. Everyone, we're all prone to viruses, diseases, and prone to being mortally wounded or killed. So there are precautions. There are precautions to that, and we have to take them. You know, and be very mindful of our surroundings and who we're with, and where we are and what we do. Okay, so I think a few cases, says Philip Perkins. It hasn't gotten terrible yet here in Texas, thank God. So thank God, but buddy, you never know. Like I said, you never know. I just urge you guys to be prepared. It's very scary here now. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm pretty scared about it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want something like that on me, and for me to pass it on to my loved ones. Because I don't know. I could have a strong immune system. I could not. But either way, I'm at a high probability that I can still get it. So don't think in the back of your mind, just because you've never been sick in your life or you've survived like 7 flus like I have, it doesn't mean that you're still prone. You're still prone to getting it. So, all right. Jason Booth says proper hand washing, coughing into your elbow and not your hands, hot showers, and no shaking hands. There you go. We don't shake hands. Here's the funny thing: when we're at the job site, and either it's my foreman, myself, my project manager, or the crew, when we're like meeting we're meeting like the owners or meeting new employees. We normally just fist bump, and after that, we just wash our hands. It's been a high, it's we're really on red alert still on the job site. So we're smacked in the middle of Manhattan where I'm working on 42nd Street. So that's a place where we're working in an area full of people, a lot of tourists who are coming from all over the world still. And what actually baffles me about that is that Italy has done a travel ban. Apparently, they stopped all traveling like from airports and such. I guess a few other countries have done the same, but the U.S. has not done. Like the U.S. needs to. I think. Look, it may hurt us, but in the long run, it could save us. Let's just have a travel ban. We don't go anywhere out of the states with airports. I mean, yeah, you may lose. Pilots can lose their jobs. They're not going to bring as much money home and stuff. But I mean, the government can compensate. It just occur. It just baffles that they don't want to. And in a situation like this, we should be shutting down all airports and preventing like flights. But we're still getting people coming into this country. People who are citizens are coming back from Asia or Europe, and it's crazy that we're not doing what other countries are doing. We're still accepting people in, and they're spreading the virus. Now, I'm not saying I'm being like racist or anything. All I'm saying is that look, let's just follow other countries' examples and shut down the ports, the airports, the seaports. It's, dude. I mean, yeah, the countries could lose a lot of money because also of like merchandising deliveries and but I feel everyone's health should be more important. If we're gonna survive as human beings, we might as well take these precautions. If we're gonna make this like a state of emergency, we might as well do that. So kiss on cheeks like real men. Greet each other. Yeah, okay. It's nice to hear that your company is being proactive against this virus. They are, but the only thing is, some of the guys don't feel like if they're telling us to like if we're feeling sick, stay home. There's an issue with that. Some of the guys feel like okay, if we stay home, we should get paid. It's not fair that we got to take a couple of these off because we're sick. Then we got to pay our bills, and there's no. Okay, it makes sense, but you know, I'm guessing I don't know why. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know why my job doesn't do it, but I'm not gonna say the name of the company I work for. So, it is what it is. I can't force my job to try to pay me. even though, in my opinion, they should. But I'm gonna keep that actually to the side and say, you know what, it's not. It's they're just gonna say we'll take it off your PTO. We'll take it off your PTO. And PTO, whatever. I mean, it is what it is. I can't. I'm not gonna stop and argue. Amo says Trump is still having his rallies. That's crazy. Uh, you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. It's really he's taking a big risk, and I gotta say I don't. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm if you get to know me in person and you talk about politics, that's the first thing that's coming out of my mouth is about Trump. Now, I'm not here to talk about Trump, but yeah, he's pretty crazy doing that, and that's pretty reckless because you're in a room, a giant room full of people who are breathing the same air as you, coughing, sneezing, and he's taking that all in. You know what I'm saying? So, and then for him to go online and say, well, I know a lot about coronavirus and this and that. I know what it's capable of doing. I'm like, dude, shut up. No, you don't. You're a president. You didn't think all this up overnight. So just do your thing, be a president, be a leader, and say, hey, look, do the right thing and say we're gonna shut down airports, we're gonna shut down seaports. We gotta close the borders for now because we can't let this virus leave or let it come in. I mean it's just how it should be. If we don't want to keep spreading this virus around to other people, especially our loved ones, shut everything down, dude. It's I mean, yeah, people are gonna be like, well, we're not gonna get paid because we're gonna. It's a risk. I'm willing to take a risk like that. I'm willing to take a risk. The government, obviously they're not. I don't know if they can or will or not compensate everyone, but it's just the right thing to do. It's you're saving a life. Be the hero, even if it does. Even though you risk the consequences of it. So, you follow Louis Rossman on YouTube at all, or know where he's at in New York? I don't. I don't know who is Louis Rossman. I don't know who he is, to be honest with you. I'm not. Look, I could be into politics, but there's some things I don't understand in politics, and when it comes down to our president, he says some ridiculous thing online or in social media or on the news. It's just like, dude, whatever. Like it just baffles me. But I mean, I could tell you how much I don't like the guy, but I'm not gonna do that. This is not what we're here for. This is not a channel for politics. It's about just all of us coming together, and talking about the trade. But in this case, health is also an important thing about us being in the trade as well. So we all got to avoid trying to contract something that could cause harm to our health, to us, and to our families and friends. All right. Being a president doesn't mean you're a perfect leader. There you go. Bring a president. He does all the Mac computer board repairs. Oh, look, that's cool. I'll check him out. Who's Rossman? Says Amos Cardoza. I sent you a link in IG for the screwdrivers. Yo, thank you so much, bro. Yes, I actually got the notification. Thank you, dude. Mojito man. Thanks so much. Thank you so much, bro. Jason Billy, you're the man. Oh, what Klein? I got the Klein screwdriver that they discontinued. We're talking about the insulated dual or combo dual screwdriver. You could switch it from a flathead to number 2 Phillips. That's the one I actually lost on the job site. But what Jason Mobile is talking about is a set that he bought in the UK, which is a lot cheaper than what they sell here in the US. So I think that's pretty cool. And I'm gonna check it out. Actually, let me see if I can check it out now. Come on, baby girl. You okay? Yeah, she's alright. She's alright. She's just being a dog. She's just my dad's dog. What, baby? What, baby girl? What's wrong? What's wrong, baby? Huh? Oh, you like that, huh? What? 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 Look at her. She's bugging out right now. Want to be on camera? Okay, give me 1 second, baby girl. All right, we're gonna show you. We're gonna show you. We're gonna show. Oh, I don't want to knock over anything. Oh, the microphone again. Sorry, guys. So, everybody say hi to this beautiful thing here. My dad's dog. Her name's Brooklyn. Some of you may know her. Some of you may not. What? What? What, baby? What do you want? Hmm? What do you want to do? You want attention? She just wants my attention. She's gonna knock over my headphones too. You want my attention? You smell good too. Gosh, she smells good. How you smell so good, huh? She smells better than me. She loves to get attention from me. Okay, so I got it right here, dude. Nice. Pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. All right. All right, all eyes on me. Nah. Okay, so yeah, that was my dog. She's a pit. She's a female pit. She's like sitting right behind me right now, on guard duty. She's a very loyal dog. Right, baby? Brooklyn. What? What happened? What's wrong? Oh, you're gonna climb up? You're gonna climb back up? You're gonna climb? Ah, you want to say hi to everybody? You want to say hi? Look, you want to say hi? What? You getting all excited? You're not going outside. You know that, right? I already walked you. You just want to go outside, right? Oh, there she goes with the ears. There she goes with the ears. She smells better than me. Yeah, she does. Yeah, she's a good dog. A very good dog. Yeah, very protective too. We love her to death here. What new tools did you buy recently, and how Papa John? Papa John's doing all right, guys. He's doing good. He's She smells. Okay, I read that already. Yeah, he's doing all right. He still lives next door to me, so he's doing all right. That's not the adjustable length one, right? No, it's not, Gabriel. It's not the adjustable length one. It's what I had was the insulated one. If you check out my Instagram, you'll see it. It's still on the plastic hanging hook packaging, so you'll see it there. Um, let's see who else do I lose here. Well, I didn't know new tools, Conan Man. Um, Not that I'm aware of. Did I get any tools? Actually, there were some tools I did get, and it was a couple months ago, and I never did a tool review on. For one, I didn't do a tool review on the fan, but most of you guys already know about the Milwaukee M18 fan. It's a really good fan. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's pretty good. It served us well in the summer during the blackout. Well, actually, no, we didn't even have. I think it was no. I bought it after the blackout. What am I saying? We bought it because of the temporary blackout we had last summer. So this thing it's worked well on the job sites. It's still a little bit dirty. It's got a little, you know, some blemishing here and there. It's got some dust actually inside because I took this to a job site. To basically just air out a room that we're just chopping up the ceiling and stuff, and put this in the window to blow it, suck it out of the room, and it worked really well. It also kept us cool on the job site too, so that was pretty cool. Right now I got it on a 2.0 battery, so we use it here in the house. My fiance would sometimes feel really hot when she comes into the apartment. I'll have the heat on and I'll shut it off, and she'll run that for a little while. There is some other stuff. What other stuff did I get? I'm looking around because I think I might have placed it somewhere here in this room. I guess not. No, I guess not. Well, I don't have it. It's probably on the job site right now. But I know some of you guys were also asking me about the pack out. When am I gonna do another tool review for the pack out? And actually, let me just oh, oops, sorry about that. This darn camera. I should have just switched this over a little bit to make this work. Um So the next video I'm gonna do the pack out is when when I finish the job over on 42nd Street, and when it's all said and done, I'm gonna pack all my stuff and come back home with it, and do a lot of reorganization. SoCal. So I'm gonna do a lot of reorganization on my pack out when I bring it back home. I have my entire set, not nearly my entire set. I do have a few pack outs. One of my pack outs is here, the organizer, the regular organizer pack out, 10 compartment pack out, still here at the house. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna do a lot of, I'm gonna bring it home, reorganize, and I'm gonna just basically do a whole new update on the pack out system. So Gabriel Coke. What about another Klein tool review? That's a good question. Yes. I have to repurchase the dual screwdriver, insulated screwdriver. So I'm gonna get another one of those. I'm gonna do a tool review on that. There's other also Klein hand tools that I haven't done. Um, you guys already know I done the hybrid pliers, which was amazing set of pliers. I love them. They're my favorite pliers. Very lightweight, very versatile, really well crafted hybrid pliers from Klein Tools. Really good. Highly recommended. We're also I'm gonna be doing more and more tool reviews coming up. It's just a schedule thing. I'm working. I don't come home as early as enough as I used to. So I'll sometimes come home like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and I won't have time at all. I have to cook, eat, shower, get ready for work tomorrow. I've been studying on for taking the electrician's exam through Mike Holt Enterprises. If you don't know who Mike Holt is, he is the guy in the electrical guy like in the industry who's been out there. He's a consultant with Generac. He's been, he's a consultant with the NFPA. He's been helping, revising the NEC code. He's not in the code panel, but he's like an advisor with. He was once, I believe, an advisor with Con Edison here in New York at one point, and all the other like big electrical companies, manufacturers and stuff. He's like an electrical guy. Like he's an awesome dude. His books and products are amazing. I have to say they are quite expensive for those of you who cannot afford it. I can understand, but you can still watch his videos here on YouTube and on his website at mikeholt.com. He's got an amazing website, a lot of resources, free videos you can see from his products, from his DVDs. They have they extracted videos out of those DVDs and put them on his website and on YouTube. And it's dude, his product, it's awesome. But right now I'm doing the grounding versus bonding for the 2014 NEC code. Because here in New York City we're on a 2008, and city code we're using 2011 city code provisions and administration and provisions and amendments as well. So we use the 2008 that's based on the 2011 New York City code based on the 2008 NEC. And I got word from one of his live streams, from Mike Holt's live streams a couple of months ago, that New York City is going to be switching over to 2014. Which makes sense because, we're still in 2008. I don't know why, but we should be going on to 2014. And right now, actually, I can probably. What's up, Will? How you doing? Will? I can actually go on. We can check out NFP. Oh, .org. Here we go. .org. Show you guys on the screen a bit. This is the National Fire Protection Association website. Now, if you're an electrician like myself, you've been doing this for years, and you don't know anything about code, or maybe you do know some code references and some articles, but you're not into the code. You're not a code guy. You're like more of like hands-on, build up the stuff, run conduit and mount boxes and run wire and terminate devices type of guy. It's always good to be knowledgeable about code because you want to keep up to standards in your city or in your state up to safety. I mean, the whole purpose of the NEC code, the National Electrical Code, is to protect and prevent damage of equipment and personnel and property. So that's the whole ideal of the code. We want to keep things safe. We want to make things safe. So we can go right now. Let's see. I don't want to sign in. Save 20% on NEC toolkits. Whoa, that's pretty cool. Code and standards. Let's go to code and standards. All codes and standards. Let's find list of NFPA codes and standards. National fire codes. You can also get national fire codes here as well. Look, they even have on sale the NFPA 70 National Electrical Code 2020. Now, New York City, no other state but the state of Massachusetts is on 2020. They're the only state as of today that's on the 2020 code. All the states besides that were on either 2017, maybe one. I think there's like one state that's still on 2011, and a couple on 2014. Okay, but a majority of other states are on 2017 code. Don't ask me why. It's more like a political thing. It's all up to what states want and what your state. You have to look up by your state. You look up your state website and find out what code you're on. So let's see here. I'm gonna type in, for instance. Oh wait, actually, let me see. Public education, training, certification, new research, electrical solutions. Let's see, code finder. Regulations and policies, standard council, how the process works, NFPA news. Handbooks, mobile apps, free access, list of NFPA codes and standards. Let's check that out. Now, I like this website. It's very, you can keep up to date with everything here. You got all the code. NFPA 40, which is standard for storage and handling cellulose nitrate film. NFPA 42, code for storage of pyroxylene plastic. You got, I think, let's try to find NFPA 70 right here. National Electrical Code. They got the NFPA 70A, National Electrical Code requirements for 1 and 2 family dwellings. Then if the 70B is recommended practice for electrical equipment maintenance. 70E is standard for electrical safety in workplace. 72 is National Fire Alarm and Signaling Code. Now, this is one that I am particularly fond of here because I'm trying to get my certification to be a qualified fire alarm technician as well, and work on program and install fire alarm. Here in New York City, that's like big money. Like if you know how to program and install fire alarm systems, dude, that's like it's a lifesaver for your employer. If you have that qualification, you have the qualifications for that and certifications and stuff, the credentials, you could be making some big bucks as an electrician if you have that. So that is what I'm going to be studying for next. Okay. Then we got 73 electrical inspections for existing dwellings. 75 NFPA 75 is standard for fire protection and of information technology equipment. Ugh. It's a lot of NFPA standards. So let's check out the National Electrical Code, NFPA 70. Good night to all, and all good night. My drugs are taking over. I can't put up a fight. Have a good night, Kona. You know you're on that ambient. You gotta take a nap, buddy. Go Mass, says Camos Cardozo. Kona Studio, good night, brother. Get some rest. So look, they got the 2020 edition that's currently out. Now, here's the thing. And for me, I mean, I can show you guys real quick what I have. So as of now, this is what I have. I do not have the 2008 NEC code book, but I do have a 2014 code book. All right. So for me to let me just actually do this for you guys because you're gonna be like, what? We don't. So here it is. Right. This is the um this year or last. There um a few back, but now that which soon later this year. How do I know that I threw in a question in Mike Holt's live stream, and he had someone at his panel who was a consultant with the council in New York City for the NEC code or New York City electrical code. They're saying they're in the process of now changing from 2008 to 2014, and the amendments. I'm not sure what the amendments are. Audio choppy. Sorry about that. Just okay. I'm guys. I'm sorry. What do you think? Is Josh Strobel the father of Kaya? I'm not sure what you mean by that. But anyways, this is the book that I am currently working on right now. Um, in in conjunction with Mike Holt's 2014 grounding and bonding. So you see, I got the tabs. It shows me all the articles of the code, so I can just go directly to them. Like if I want electrical installation requirements, I go to Article 110, and over here, Article 110, boom, I'm here. Chapter 1 General definitions, Article 100 and 110. Well, actually, I'm sorry, this is 100. 110's right here. Sorry about that. So yeah, Article 110 requirements of electrical installations. I got some stuff that's highlighted that to me is important that we use day to day. Some definitions, what we're supposed to be, what are we supposed to know? How do we, size wires and stuff. Really good book. And then I have here is the New York City 2011 Electrical Code Administrative Provisions and 2008 NEC Amendments. This is basically what we go by. So as you can see, these articles right here, basically, let's say for instance, Chapter 5, Article 500, hazardous classified locations, classes 1, 2, and 3, divisions 1 and 2. Section 500.A, subsection 500.A 8A3, it tells me revised to read as follows: 3, Part 3, evidence acceptable to the authority having jurisdiction. What that means is that whatever equipment, whatever it is, whatever equipment or material we use on a job site, what we want to do is when we get inspected, we look at the inspector and say, hey, look, I put this box here. Is this all right? Is this okay to put up? Can we use this trough or this raceway? And if they're the authority that has jurisdiction, the inspector, they look at it and say, yeah, okay, I deem it okay to use. Okay, yeah, you can use it. Sure, I can pass you on that. That's what it means when they say authority having jurisdiction. All right, when the person, the inspector, is the person that's going to say, hey, I'm inspecting your electrical work. I see a panel there. I'm going to look at it and say, well, even though the panel doesn't pass as a UL listed box, but it's a metallic enclosure and it's able to be used for pipe runs and electrical equipment. Yes, okay, That's fine. You got it bonded. You got it grounded and bonded to the equipment. Okay, I'll let you go on that one. That's okay to use. Okay. So yeah, this book here is what we go by. You know, in conjunction with the 2008 NEC code book. But since I figure why bother purchase the 2008 code book when we're in 2020 and I'm already seeing that we're going to be going to 2014. What's the point? Might as well get the book. I study through Mike Holt's products and I'm good to go. You know. So yeah, these books, they come out like this in different versions, different designs, different styles. You know, nothing fancy or anything like that. They're really good books. But let me tell you something else, guys. The National Electrical Code. A lot of people, and I come across with people who aren't really electricians. Maybe they do understand electricity and stuff, or they do electrical work in their own home, or they take on projects on themselves, and they want to look up the code. They want to be up to code with things. They don't want to damage property or, or make a mistake whatsoever. What it is that the NEC is a standard. Okay, it's a standard. It is not an instruction book. Okay, it will not tell you how to install a electrical box or electrical panel. It's not an instructional guide. Okay, I hear this on when I get on the train. I talk to these guys who come out of trade school, and they're like, oh well, the NEC, think of it like as an instructional guide. Like, no, it's not. It does not give you pictures. It doesn't tell you how to do it. It just tells you, listen, you're supposed to have this. It needs to be up to code, up to standard. Okay, you can't. We want you to run a ground rod. You need to have a ground rod that's at least 6 feet below. Or you need to bond your equipment ground to your neutral bar. That's what it's going to tell you. You're going to need that in order to pass inspection, or you're going to need to make sure you have an effective ground fault current path. It's not going to tell you how to do it. It's not going to tell you where to do it. I mean, it will probably tell you where it should be, but it's not going to tell you how to do it. You get me? So don't get it twisted, guys. A lot of people get it twisted a lot. So remember, the NFPA, National Electrical Code, NFPA 70 National Electrical Code is a standard, not instruction. Okay? All right. So, what's this? I'm going to read it. I'm not sure, Eric, who that is. I'm a little lost there, so sorry, buddy. I've lost connection here. Losing it. I'm losing connection. Anyways, guys, looks like we're doing good now. Okay, we're back. Okay, so look, I mean, we talked about a lot in an hour, so we should be getting off soon. All right. I'm gonna be getting off soon in about maybe 10 minutes. So whatever time I have left right now, you guys want to say anything? You guys want to throw in a comment? You want to ask a question? Now is the perfect time. Just remember, you got to type in @KleinGuyJohn, and I will type it one more time for those of you who don't know how to get my attention. It's @KleinGuyJohn. Boom. You type it exactly the way it's shown. I will see the highlighted, my name highlighted. The highlighted Klein Guy John. There you go. See, Amos Cardoza got it. @Klein Guy John. That dude was asking about the show 90 Day Fiance. I don't watch that show. I've heard of it. I never watched it. So yeah, that's how you get my attention. All right. Let me see here. So going back real quick. So this is the NFPA 70 National Electrical Code.
It's adopted in all 50 states. NFPA 70, National Electrical Code, is the benchmark for safe electrical design, installation, and inspection to protect people and property from electrical hazards. That is the purpose of the NFPA 70. Let me scooch the screen over a little bit, guys, so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Sorry about that. So this is it, right? Now, the book that I do have is 2014. Oh, look at that. You can download the references, too. Nice. View or download. Handbook reference 210.12a. So that's what's issued. Oh, these were issued texts. Okay, cool. Nice. So let's see. Next edition. I don't think there's a next edition yet. Let's see. The next edition will be 2023 NEC code. The next edition is now open for input. You can also go on this website. If you are an electrician, you have an issue with certain articles in the NEC codebook, you can go on the nfpa.org website, and you can go here to codes and standards, and you can actually put in submit a public input. I mean, if you got a problem like an article, like for instance Article 250, grounding and bonding, and there's an issue, you're like, oh, I don't like to. For instance, I'm just putting this as an example. Maybe there's an electrician out there who doesn't like to, take a supply side ground wire to bond it to the neutral, or and then like, oh well, I got to bond it to neutral to the ground rod. I don't like that. You can put it you can submit an input and say, hey, listen, can we change this? Why instead of one ground rod, why can't we have 3 or 2 or 4? I feel we should have this. I feel more comfortable with that. Well, before you can even ever come up with questions like that, do your research. Do a lot of research. Like I said, you can go to MikeHolt.com. I like Mike Holt. You can even check out Tom Henry. Tom Henry's got some great books as well. But I can show you also Mike Holt's website. If I can just get a new tab here. And I can show you guys who he is. Maybe some of you do know who he is. Some of you may not. But this is it. Mike Holt Enterprises. So this is Mike Holt. It's MikeHolt.com. You could go, look, he's got continuing education, exam preparations. He can help you pass your electrical exam if you're trying to go for your journeyman electrical license, or your master electrical license, or your master electrical contractor license. He can help you with that. You can check out his books, his products. He's got something also called the graphic of the day, which is pretty fun. I like to answer these questions. So, for instance, this graphic here is based on the 2017 NEC Codebook, bonded or bonding, Article 100 comment. Says all metal parts of pool structures must be bonded together to minimize potential voltage differences between conductive components. You can refer that to Article 680.26 for bonding pools. Okay. Then you got below that, you got a question here. But before I can get up to it, it says in this description, Mike Holt's code graphic and question of the day. A great free resource from Mike Holt Enterprises. This daily code graphic is a smart learning tool. Use it as a topic of discussion each day and review it with your employees or colleagues in your safety meetings, at lunch, or in the field. All right, so you can use this right here, or you can even use this question. So he has a question here, and this question is based on the 2017 NEC Codebook. Question of the day. Cable wiring methods shall not be used as a means of support for other cables, raceways, non-electrical equipment, all the above. I think it's all the above. Let's see. Do I get it right? Let's see. Did I get it right? No. No, hey, I got it right. See that? And it's a code reference, and it says cable wiring methods, all the above. So I got it right. And its code reference is Article 300, section .11d. So I can still use my 2014 code book and look it up and find out where it is. Amos says, stay up, good work, Triple R. Yo, thanks a lot, Triple R. I like saying that name. Triple R! Sounds gangster. Client Guy John, is there an electrician company in New York you would love to work for? There's a lot of companies here. Contractors are companies, Um, Con Edison, maybe, maybe. But they don't. I don't know for certain if maybe Rogers. Now Rogers is a good company. I looked them up. They're almost in every state. But their offices mainly upstate. I don't know if they do New York City work. I'd love to that's a company with a lot of good benefits. They have they have awesome training programs for electricians, and I mean they're all nearly all around the world. So that's a huge company. Um, then you got what's that other company? You got Square D. You got Siemens. Siemens is a good company to work for as well. They're all over New York City. I've seen their trucks, their techs, their electricians. I believe they have a contracting. They have, um, they have field work guys who work on big, projects, project work. So that's one of them. That's one of the other companies. Another great thing about this website, guys, going back to it, here's another one right here. So we can click on NEC, and he'll show a map, a graphic map of the NEC adoption listed by state. So as you can see, all these green right here on Washington State, Oregon, Montana, Idaho, Wyoming, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, and you see based on the color code, you go on the bottom here. It says all these states here are 2017. See, it says right there, Idaho is on 2017 NEC code book. Colorado's on the 2017 code. Kansas, if it's in gray, they're on local adoption, meaning they're using their own state adoption code. Nevada, Arizona. Technically, Arizona should be on, I believe, 2014 or 2017. You got Alaska's on 2017. Hawaii's on the 2017. New York is supposed to be on 2014, but we're not just yet. Sometime this year we will be. Massachusetts is on 2020 NEC code. The only state in the United States that's on 2020 because the NEC originated there. So they get to use the code first, I guess, which is pretty cool. Verizon, Verizon, who's on 2020? It'll be Boston, Massachusetts, bro. The state of Massachusetts, it's on 2020. As soon as 2020 was out this year, they were on it. They switched over from the 2017 to 2020. So anytime, every 3 years, whenever the code changes to like a new addition to the code, like next 3 years from now, we're gonna be on the 2023 code. They're gonna switch over to 2023 right away. All right, they're gonna just do it like that because they're the first to come up with the NEC code and then spread out. But each state is different. Okay, understand? You have to go by your website, check with your local state, your counties and stuff like that. Then you got Indiana, which is still on the 2008, which is the only state that's, I believe, on the 2008 code, and DC is the only state that's on the 2011 code. New York, we're still on 2008 right now, but we're switching over to 2014 real soon, hopefully. Pennsylvania is on 2014. Virginia, West Virginia is in 2014. You got Alabama, Oklahoma, California, Florida's on 2014. Louisiana's on 2014. Yeah. And the majority of the other states are on 2017. So it's pretty cool. Really dope. But let's see. Let's check out the national. It's going to send us a direct link to the enforcement of the NEC code. Which state you live in, as AFAL says Amos Cardoza. Oh, here we go. See, in effect, March 1st, 2020. So if it's in red, it means you're in 2014. So it'd be Montana, Oklahoma, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, DC. I bet they're switching over. So this is the actual. Now you gotta understand, Mike Holt's website is not 100%. There could be some inaccuracies, but that's fine. That's why he sends you a link to the NFPA website. And when I did that, the enforcement is right here. So purple is NEC 2020, which is only state of Massachusetts. 2017, you got a lot of states on 2017 in gray. 2014 is in red. 2008. So it looks like Kansas City, Illinois, and Indiana are the only 3 states actually. So this is accurate. And then yellow is county, municipality, NEC regulations only. So there's only 3 states that are only on that. 11 states are on 2014, 32 states on 2017, 1 state in 2020, 2008 is only 3 states, and of course, local adoptions, there's only 3 states. Right here it says NEC update process in progress. So it says as of March 1st, 2020, 1 state has completed their 2020 NEC code update process. 31 states have completed their 2017 NEC update process. 8 other states are in the process of revising the statute or administrative rule through which the NEC is updated to reference the 2017 edition. 11 states that are currently using 2017 NEC have commenced the process of revising the statute or administrative rule through which the NEC is updated to reference the 2020 edition. 7 states are using the 2014, 2011, or 2008 of the NEC and are not in the process of updating the edition currently in use. So in other words, these states here are updating their process, which is underway. 16 states are underway to process their 24 to 2020. You got 8 that are updating the process underway for 2017. Current update process completed for 23 states. See NEC in effect map for updated edition. County municipality regulations only 3. So New York is still, they're on the process underway. They're warranted for the 2017. Okay. So here it is. Here's a list. These are the states, right? So where I'm at here is, it's either New York or New York City. Let's see. It's New York. All of New York. 2014. So as of April 6, 2016, with 6-month grace period ending October 3rd, 2016. Update process for 2017 underway. They have until May 12th, 2020. So technically, I guess we're going to be supposedly on either the 2017 or the 2014. We'll probably go into the city code. Now, as we go into 2014, we have New York City has their own New York City code, which may be they may switch from 2011 New York City code to 2017 New York City code, but it's going to be based on the 2014. Such as this book here. Right now, New York City, it says here, New York City 2011 electrical code is also based on the 2008 NEC. It's just some things that New York City, their own electrical code, and they want us to look at the 2008 and say, okay, delete this, and add this to it because this is what we go by, which is fine. That's up to city council and all that stuff, all that all that politics stuff. I'm not sure how it completely works, but there are code panels and people who make public opinions, public statements, stuff like that. So this will turn possibly, if I'm right about this, from the way it looks, saying it's updating for 2017. The New York City 2011 code might turn to 2017 code based on 2014 code. So I can still study from the 2014, but I also have to think about city code as well and implement that in both. So when the 2017 New York City code book comes out, I'll purchase that in conjunction with the 2014. Let's see how that works. But as of right now, New York is updating process for 2017. We have till May 12th as 2020 as the deadline. Go Mass. Zayfiel, which state you in? I'm in MN right now. You're in Minnesota, buddy? Yeah, you're in Minnesota. So for Minnesota is on the 2017 edition, and it was implemented. They started it in July 1st, 2017. Update process underway. Effective date not established. So you guys are on the 2017, right? Yes. Let me see here. Go back up. Gray, yes. Minnesota, you're on 2017. You guys are following 2017 code. Now, the 2016 California Electrical Code, California Code of Regulations, Title 24, Part 3, is based on the 2014 edition of the NFPA 70 National Electrical Code. The 2011 New York City Electrical Code is based on the 2008 edition of the NFPA 70 National Electrical Code. See? There you go. There you have it. So let's click on 2011 New York City Code. And I'm a little interested in seeing if there's any updates. Book, right? This is actually their version of it. So this has the amendments and the 2008 code. It's a big, huge binder, but it's the same as this, but this is more consolidated. This doesn't have the 2008 code. These are just administrative provisions here, and then you have the amendments. These are like the amendments right here. These are basically sections of the 2008 code book that are to tell me that, okay, we're not going by this code. Revise the first sentence to read as follows. Oh, we're going to do this way. So basically it's telling me, like, ignore this part, erase that, revise it on the 2008, and go by this because it's up to city code. So this is more of a little slimmer version. I could get the binder version. Binder version it's not cheap. But if you're an NFPA member online, a year, I think the yearly membership is $175 a year. You can get discounts. You get 10% discount off this book. So this is the NFPA 70 National Electrical Code with the New York City amendments. They have it in digital, and they have an actual binder version. Now, the binder version, I believe it's the same price as the digital version, if I'm not mistaken. But let's see. Oh, they have a 2007 version, too. Look at that. Okay. So there you go. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, but worth having because you kind of want to, like, make sure you're up to code. They have also the 2014 handbook. Now, the white book. This book actually shows you it's the very same as the black book of the 2014 edition, but this one has actual pictures, illustrations of what it looks like to on each code. Like, you go to a code section and you're like, well, what does this mean? Like, how does it look in reality? They show you a graphic picture of it. For instance, like, let's say, for instance, Mike Holt. Mike Holt he's got a bunch of products here. Like, you got his products here. I'm going to show you right now. So he's got exam preparation, electrical calculations. He's got solar photovoltaic systems books, business, estimating and personal development, electrical theory and fundamentals. So all his books have graphics, basically drawings and pictures and stuff like that to give you an idea what it would look like in reality terms. Okay. So, for instance, if let's just say you're a helper, you're starting off, you didn't go to school or anything like that, for the trade. You don't want to spend money to go to electrical trade school. I get that. You want to learn the hands-on stuff. That's great. That's awesome. I think that's awesome. But you got to know your theory. If you want to understand how electricity works, you got to know the theory. Okay? So you can go on Mike Holt. I believe his theory books are amazing. I love how he breaks everything down. Like, for instance, his electrical theory book. I bought it, the book only. I think it was like $50. So here's he's got both the book and the DVDs, and then he's got just the textbook only. I bought the textbook only because I couldn't afford the DVDs with the book. It was a little expensive. But he's also got motor controls, the DVDs and textbook, and the textbook by itself, power quality, the DVDs and the textbook alone, And he's got other stuff like he's got the Ohm's law stickers. He's got other theory stuff. But this book is amazing. This book is fantastic. Uh, I I didn't know how to do fractions and decimals, to be honest with you. To this day, I had no idea how to put it down in a calculator. Like, how do you, for instance, in my time, I was like, whoa, how do I put in 15 and 7/16 of an inch in decimals in a calculator? How do I type that in a calculator? He shows you in this theory book. They have a chapter, a section for math. He'll break things down to you math, like how to do fractions, how to subtract, how to divide, how to move decimal points to the left 3 times or 2 times, or all that stuff. He breaks it down simply for you to understand. This book goes for $53. The book itself, the DVD, and as you see, I can show you. See what customers. So here's some sample pages, right? So here's one of his sample pages. It's like Matter, Unit 1, Introduction. He tells you about matter and atomic theory. Very, very good book. See how he has it all, like all his graphics? Awesome. Very understanding. You just can't go wrong with it. He tells you how the law of atomic charges happen. How do you get static charge, and, how do you generate static charges? I mean, it's a really interesting book. He's also got, you see all the graphics, pretty good graphics, by the way. Sample graphic. So this is basically what you're gonna look at in the book: electromagnetism in a coil. This is what it'll pretty much look like physically in a coil, and he shows you how, like, the neurons and electrons, pass through the flux fields of each conductor coil combine to form a strong flux field inside the coils. I'm gonna tell you guys something. I had my doubts at first. I came across Mike Holt by accident on YouTube because I was looking up electrical theory, and I said, "Man, I should brush up on my electrical theory." And the books I have are based on 2008, but I don't know if they're just older edition books. So I'm looking for something more new, more updated. And I came across one of his videos, and here it is. This is one of his videos here, if I can find. Oh, actually, no. Thank you, brother. Gotta run. Gentlemen, have a good night and a great week. Does he cover gap theory? Gap theory? What's gap theory? What do you mean gap theory? Okay, look, it shows you a description here. Everyone who works with electricity needs to understand how and why it works. This textbook is the first step in gaining that understanding. Each unit is organized to include an introduction, graphics, examples, calculations, formulas, a conclusion, and practice questions. Now, when you purchase these books, either you get the book with the DVDs or just the textbook alone. You also get an answer key. The answer key. So every practice question you do in every unit or every chapter, you can go back, check the answer key, check and see you get your answers right. All right? And it's pretty, like, it's a really well put together book. Now I'm hearing he's coming up with a newer edition of this. I think the 4th edition, if I'm not mistaken. This is what, the 3rd edition? Let me see. I think this is the 3rd edition. This is the book that I have. Let's enlarge the image. Let's enlarge it. I want to see. Yeah, this is the 3rd edition. So he's coming out with a 4th edition soon. He hasn't come out with it yet, but I hear that last seminar I've been to was about a year ago, 2 years ago. I went to a seminar of his, bonding and grounding. It was here in Long Island City. And I actually spoke to one of his closest friends, Brian House, and I explained to him, like, yeah, I got the basic electrical theory book, and I think it's amazing. And he told me, well, guess what? We're working on a 4th edition, a new updated edition. So wait on that. Finish this book, but wait till we get the updated ones, because there's going to be more updates and more chapters to it. Some other stuff in theory that wasn't added into the 3rd edition. I said, wow, that sounds great. Like, yeah, why not? The more you know, the more it is that like, you hear the saying, knowledge is power. The more you know, the better you become. It's electron theory, where electrons don't flow or move, but the lack of them or gap that causes electrical flow and difference. Like those meatballs on strings and the one slamming into the back of one knocks the one kind of. I don't know. I don't think they're no, I never came across that. But maybe you could email him and tell him, "Hey, you can also email Mike Holt directly. Go to his website, and what you can do, I'm gonna show you right here. Actually, what you can do, you can contact him. Where is it? Contact us, and you can actually contact one of his, for instance, educational director. You can contact Megan Holt, project manager, or Shalonda Hall. Um, I think the person I speak to is was it Angela? Yes, Angela. Angela Wilcox. You can contact her through email, and you can ask her a question, and she'll send it over to, I believe, is the educational direction department or continuing education director, his Mike Holt's daughter Megan. Then she'll relay that question to Mike Holt, and he will actually send you an email, because he's have sent me a couple of emails in the past where I have a question about something or something in the book, and he'll come back to me personally with an email and say, "Hey, well, this is the reason why I did this. This is the reason why I put this in the book." He'll explain it and break it down to you in the most simplest terms. All right. So if you have a question about gap, electrical theories or gap electrons, or however you may call it, gap theory, ask him. Ask him about gap theory. Maybe he can look it up for you. You know, maybe he might put that in the fourth edition. Um, Never heard of gap theory, to be honest with you, but that's something to look at. That sounds interesting. It really does. So yeah, you got the NFPA website. Check it out. If you're an electrician, if you're an apprentice, I would say check it out. Get as much knowledge as you can, because, like I say, knowledge is power. Enough knowledge can take you places that you've never been. Okay, so, anyways, guys, I mean, this was fun, man. I love chatting with you guys. It's been hey, what has he been? Back to I got tied up in a lot of stuff. Somewhat incorrect. No, I'm just kidding. But listen, oh, no, it's going crazy. Here's what I'm gonna do. Looks like okay, cool. All right. You know what? Let me just do is one thing, guys, real quick. I'd like to share this directly to Instagram as well, and try and see if I can invite the man himself. Uh, let's go to M.
There he is. So I have Mike Holt on Instagram. It's funny because I remember I don't think I was following him. I think he was following me because I tagged him on one of my videos when I was like studying one of his books, and he just came out and said, "Hey, that's awesome. You're watching the DVD. You're reading my book," and it was pretty cool. Um, really nice to have him on my Instagram, sending those really cool comments. Really cool guy. Mike Holt's a really nice guy. I had to tell you a story. I don't know if I ever mentioned it. You probably guys were thinking like, "Well, you already said that story once." When I first met Mike Holt in person, was in Long Island City, where he had the bonding and grounding, or grounding and bonding seminar. I was sitting in the hallway. I had the 2017 grounding and bonding book in my hand. I was sitting down. I was early. People were in the hallway, coming in slowly, coming in, giving the free book out. And I'm sitting there, and I see this, this little short guy, just trying to get into the main, the main hall, the auditorium. So I'm like, wow, what's he trying to do? Get in the auditorium? I don't think that's the right way to get in. It's locked. So I was gonna say, excuse me, sir, but that door's locked. But before I could say anything, he turns around and says, "Oh, how you doing?" He reaches out and shakes my hand. I was like, "Oh crap!" I was like, "Holy crap, it's him!" Oh, I didn't even expect that. So yeah, we chatted up a little bit, and he was able to take a picture with me, actually twice, and he signed my book. He signed my grounding and bonding book for the 2017 code. So that was pretty cool. Meeting him, really nice guy, really nice guy. Let's see here. Who else did I not send the VCG construction? Yeah, I gotta get back together with Vince again, man. I've been totally MIA, totally MIA. I gotta get back with Vince from VC Construction. It's been a while. Hopefully we can do another TTR tool test raw. You know. But anyways, guys, I just want to say thanks for watching. It's been great. It's been fun. I just want to say I really appreciate everybody being here tonight. Um, hanging out with me, taking the time out of your day to hang out, and you know, being very cordially as well. Saying what's up, how you doing. I love that. I like to see guys also be at the top, like really climb up, and it just makes things so. It makes me feel good to see somebody, like if I'm helping somebody and I'm giving a little advice to them, and it helps them out tremendously, and they come back and say, "Hey, thanks for the advice," or thanks a lot for this, thanks a lot for that, man. Like I really looked that up, and you helped me out. I like that. It makes me feel good, and I hope that whatever I pass, whatever knowledge I have here, and I give it to you guys, you pass it on. Because it's gonna make you feel good just as much as it makes me feel good to like help you, and then you can help someone else, and who's also in the same spot, who's also trying to look for that help. So again, this is the best community of all communities here. We all get together. We just talk about trade. We talk about code. We talk about tools, tool deals, anything, movies, whatever. This is a place where we can all be ourselves, hang out. No one's like at each other's throats, at each other's necks, and cursing each other out. Um, I love it. And you guys, I love you guys all. I love you all. You guys are the best. Thanks so much for support. Even though I can kind of MIA, but I appreciate the support you guys give me, even over on Instagram. So again, if you got any questions, listen, leave a question. I leave a question in the email in the description box down below. I left my email. You can ask me questions about electrical, HVAC, or anything with code. Anything if you don't understand about any code, or you're just trying to you're just trying to be along with the standard of the code. You can email me personally on my job email at jonathanelectric1@gmail.com. It's in the description box down below. Don't hesitate to ask any questions. All right. So again, if you also see anyone in the chat with their names highlighted in blue with a blue wrench, they're the moderators of the chat. They're the guys who keep the chat clean. They don't like the naysayers here. We don't keep them around. We kick them off. They want to be silly. They want to like act stupid. They kick them off, or they block them. All right. So, and we're here just to be be cool with each other,
help each other out, give each other advice, and laugh a few things up. We can joke around, but keep it at to like don't be too fresh with them. Don't be too fresh with others. Keep it at a minimum. But again, thanks guys so much for being here. I really appreciate you coming by, hanging out, like I said, and you know, make sure when you guys are out there, be very cautious, be very aware about. We got the coronavirus in the states now. Be very, beware. Make sure you wash your hands. Come home safe. Come home. Don't come home if you're feeling sick. Don't go to work. Isolate yourself or go to a hospital. Take care of yourselves. Take care of your families. Remember, guys, always wear your PPEs. Help each other out. Watch each other's back. Help one another out. I'll see you guys all on the next one. And by the way, if I don't see you guys the following, next week, if I don't see you guys next week, I want to say also happy St. Patrick's Day. All right. Take care, guys. Have a great night.